Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a new video. I apologize for not uploading for the past week. I've just been busy, honestly. There's no excuse for it. I've just been absolutely busy with everything else besides crypto. But nonetheless, we are back, and I just want to announce that, hey, I made a Discord channel for everybody that's been requesting it, and the link will be in the description below. Everybody's free to join. It doesn't matter. It's not paid or anything like that. I don't really care about that. But yeah, you guys could join. You guys could just chat around, do whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Just be respectful towards everybody else, and that's pretty much all we ask. But nonetheless, I do want to talk about some price action that we're getting right now on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So, what we've been seeing recently is, first off, we're getting a bloody day. Today's very bloody, as you guys already know. We're already down about, on most assets, I would say that we're down about 6% on some stuff, almost 7% on things, but doesn't matter. Look at the bigger picture. We are heading into alt season, and we already know this because we look at the patterns on Bitcoin dominance. We go all the way back to the 2018 or 2017 to 2018 bull run. I believe that we're kind of ranging into this pattern here where we get another run up a little bit. We'll probably touch about, I would say, 63. Now, I don't necessarily believe that a push back up is necessary. I think we could possibly just continue downward like we did on this candle, except I think if we just continued down. Now, I do believe that we could potentially find support here, and we kind of bounced off of the support a little bit, actually, if we look at it here. Let me just do horizontal line, best I could do. So, I believe that our support level right now is about this 57.7 mark, which we kind of bounced off 57.8 just recently. And I think that once this level is truly broken, I think it's pretty much game over for Bitcoin dominance. I think that we will probably range down to about 52 to 54 before going back down, because we'll probably hit, these low 50s before bouncing back up a little bit to about 56, 57, kind of hitting off of that support level up here before going much lower down to the median 40s, even lower, 40s as well. Now, I do want to stress right now that it is not the time to sell. We are in, the most incredible bull run that we've ever seen, considering the fact that the full market cap for crypto has almost reached $2 trillion. The altcoin market cap, subtracting Bitcoin, is almost at $1 trillion itself. I mean, it's an incredible time to be invested in crypto, and I would not want anybody to sell and miss out on gains. Just hodl through these dips, add on any dips that you could see, because it's never a good idea to sell. Just to kind of look at these candles just for reference point, because this is Bitcoin dominance, this isn't any altcoin. The time to sell would be this candle, then you buy, sell, buy, if you were going to short it. Now, in a a beautiful world where nobody sells and they hodl, the time would be buy, 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 and then you guys could sell up here. That's usually what I do. I just buy dips. You never want to sell on a low. You never want to sell on a loss. Just always keep that in the back of your mind, because it's the best advice that anybody could really give in this market, is to never sell at a loss. You don't lose until you sell. It's even going back to XRP. When XRP went down to 17 cents, people were probably selling on the way down. As they were buying at 60, they were selling at 30 cents. People were buying at 40 cents, selling at 20 cents. But look at where we are now. We hit 64 cents yesterday before getting, a little bit of a sell-off down to about 57 cents today. as the market kind of did a downward dip. I believe that we are going to break this support level on the Bitcoin dominance chart. I think we're going to go much lower. A good way to look at, what's happening is kind of just looking at past, patterns and kind of seeing where we are ranging currently. And right now it really looks like we're kind of just doing this zigzag pattern before we hit these lows down here. Ultimately, what happens when Bitcoin dominance hits these lows of 50, like 50 down to like the mid-tier 40s? We see altcoins going parabolic. We didn't really get a stopping point out of the 2017 bull run to know when it's fully over until we actually hit these bottom levels. Around this time is when, the alt season was kind of just over. Now, that doesn't mean if we go this low that the altcoins are going to just, completely get wrecked. It hits their all-time high, their new all-time high, I should say, once it goes into price discovery, and it just gets completely wrecked by 80%. It doesn't mean that that's going to happen immediately once we do range this low. I think that, as this goes down, we're going to see alts just completely fly up, and you just got to have a safe exit strategy. I always say this, especially even on my Twitter, is just stay calm, stay vigilant, don't get too greedy, have a comfortable sell-off point, and just kind of stick to it. There's so many people that kind of lose out on even being able to short a coin to get more of it just by, missing out on their sell-off point. Always take profit on the way up. It's the number one thing that I've always been preaching, and it's going to be something that I'm always going to say because you don't technically make any money until you do take profit. If something goes up 30 times and you just take out your original investment and then take a little bit of, change once it goes up a little bit more, then you made money. You could leave the rest of the investment in there for the next bull run, because usually how things work is we hit the past, previous all-time high, we go into price discovery, we find a new one, and then, the next bull run, we do the same exact thing. Of course, you could sell fully if you wanted to. I just don't recommend it. I always like to hodl a little bit on the side and kind of just have a trading account as well where you just do multiple trades. I do recommend Coinbase Pro for that. I know a lot of people hate Coinbase. I personally don't like Coinbase myself, but it is one of the best exchanges that I've personally, traded on. I tried Binance, I tried Uphold, I tried Bitrue, Bittrex, I tried them all, and it's Coinbase Pro and Coinbase itself are just, in my opinion, better in terms of UI and just, if you are new to this crypto world, Coinbase is the best in my opinion. But I will leave a link to my referral, link in the description below. If you guys do want to join Coinbase, of course, it doesn't matter to me if you join it or not. You guys could just go download it and sign up, but I just think Coinbase is the best in terms of having that extra portfolio that is your trading account. One is your hodling account as well, that you can pretty much distinguish against them and pretty much take profit on the trading account and push it over to the hodling account where you could invest in like something that's down 80% or anything like that, because I never want anybody to chase a pump in this game, because that's how you lose. I even said it on my Twitter the other day. I said, don't buy into shilling, shilled projects. If somebody's shilling it on Twitter, they want it to go higher. Most of the times, if you see something that has a green candle from, say for so, we'll just use this chart for an example, 57 all the way up to 80. I mean, what do you think's next? We're not just gonna keep going. It's gonna come down. It's just, that's the way it works most of the times, at least. And I just think we've seen this a lot, even with if we go over here to, I don't know if they have it on here. All right, so they don't have it on here, but FDO, which is Federis, is a good example of this. I've seen a lot of people shilling it it hit $8 before it got completely rejected to about $3. And this all happened from like about 10 cents. So, you do miss out on incredible life-changing, profit if you do not take profit when you are supposed to, and if you don't invest in a project that's boring to watch. I mean, we see this with DNT, A lot of people were talking about it when it hit 17 cents from like around 5 cents. People were buying in before it got completely rejected back down to about 10 cents. We've seen this a lot with a lot of projects. You just always find projects that are kind of, boring. Nobody's talking about them, but they have solid infrastructure to the entire team, the entire project, and you'll always win. Because when everybody does jump on the train, we usually see those insane pumps. H bar is a good example of this. If we go to H bar and we look at it, currently, a lot of people are already given up on it. They're saying, hey, the top was in at 45 cents, it's done. I honestly think that we're going to probably hit about $2 to $5 on this asset, and it's trading at about 32 cents right now. It's a solid project to definitely be invested in, and I will always say that it's a great project to be invested in, and I think that we'll probably hit these 25-cent buy-in marks, and I think 25 cents to 30 cents is a safe bet. It's a low, risk, high reward buy-in mark, because although, hey, it's already pumped, you could still buy in and get the pump all the way up to $2, because I believe that we're going to see $2 to $5 as bull run. It's kind of inevitable with how incredible this project is. But hey, nothing is guaranteed. But those are my personal target prices, and even if you got into this and it moves up, 30 cents, you 2x from there. From if you buy in at 30 cents and it goes to 90 cents, there's a 3x right there. So again, I was kind of talking about this project at around like 10 cents. We chased this pump. I actually told everybody to transition their Loom bags over to H bar when this was about 12 cents, and so was the Loom. And, overall, if you would have bought in at 12 cents, you would have rode the pump up to 45 cents. You would have been able to sell at 45 cents, bought into Loom, and rode the pump up on Loom as well. Which, full disclosure, I kind of did. It wasn't nothing too crazy. It was just a little bit of profit take, but I'm back in on H bar around 30 cents. Like, that's my mark where I'm going to buy in a little bit more. I will also buy in once it hits 25 cents, and if it does. I mean, I think 23 to about, 27 cents is a good buy-in mark. I think that we could definitely achieve that price point. But overall, I think H-bar is going to be an incredible project to buy into that a lot of people have kind of given up on already because they think that the pump's over, because we did see, a ride up from about, I was buying at like 5 cents back here in January. Shout out to Credible Crypto. I heard about the project from him, and I was like, I read it. I did some research on it, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be an incredible project to buy into. So I bought in around this mark here, about like 4 to 5 cents, and I wrote it up to 45 cents, which is like almost a 10x. And I'm still holding. I still hold, a little bit of it. Pretty much my entire original bag of it, actually. But I just add to it. I add to this bag on all dips because I know where this project's going, and it's one of those projects that were boring. Nobody was really talking about it. And if you would have got in, you wouldn't have had to buy here at 20 cents before it hit, 45 cents. You would have been able to buy here. That's what I mean. Like, you want to find projects that nobody's talking about. They think it's dead. Like right now, DNT don't, which I've been saying to everybody, hey, it's going to move. It's going to move. It did a 200% run up before going back down to about 17 to 18 cents, and now it's kind of ranging at about 29 to 30 cents. Everybody thinks it's dead. Everybody thinks that it's not going to move anymore. It's completely dead. The team's dead, blah, blah, blah. Again, it's one of those projects that not a lot of people are talking about. 600 million, supply, 1 billion total supply. Super small market cap, still has a lot of room to move. It's going to be one of those projects that are going to be an eye-opener to anybody that was kind of hating on it just because it hasn't really moved much. A good example of this as well is XRP. XRP, everybody thought that XRP was dead. Everybody said XRP is going nowhere. Sorry about this. I was pretty much, doing some I was doing some price action as well as some pattern analysis. But overall, again, XRP is one of those projects where everybody thought, hey, it's dead. It's going nowhere. We got the lawsuit. It hit 17 cents. It's over. It's gone. It's going nowhere. I remember somebody mentioned to me, it was actually during this time, I was like, I'm buying at 17 cents. Kid said, no, we're going to zero. It's going to zero. It's dead. It's dead. Again, I don't really listen to negativity in terms of this market because this market is one of those things that it's just unquestionable. You never know what's going to happen. So I bought here going against, the hate. It's going to zero. It's going to zero. And then guess what? It ran up to 75 cents. And we're not going to see zero for this asset. Could we dip back down to, the low 50s, the low 40s, the mid 40s? I mean, yeah, it's possible if something happens with the court. But the 6th of April is a huge point for this project. And I think that $10 to $20 is easily achievable for XRP. I think that it will definitely happen. It's not a guarantee, but I believe that XRP is one of those projects that are kind of future-proof. It's scalable, it's fast, it's efficient, it's green. We already seen what they're doing with the XRP ledger, and if, with the Flare integration, if Flare brings on Ethereum as an F asset and lowers the fee cost on Ethereum, the price point of XRP and Flare will be astronomical. It will be completely face melting. And I just think that, these projects that have a lot of hate on them, a lot of speculation, people saying that it's going to zero, it's going nowhere, it's a dead project, Ripple's a scam, that, Garlinghouse and Larson are just selling, they're rug pulling you, it's a pump and dump, it's a shit coin. Listen, at the end of the day, these coins, these assets that people are hating on consistently, they're going to pump. Listen, I mentioned it time and time again where we do see these projects that, are stale, they're not moving. We even seen it, if I go to the 15-minute or even the 1 hour actually, and we look at XRP, this was a bore fest to watch through all of March almost before we ran up to, 52. We came back down, ranged back, and we just continued to do that pattern before we hit, 64 cents just recently. Projects that are bore fest like this, and, when they do consolidate for a, decent amount of time, they are boring to watch. They don't move, so you're kind of just like, well, I'm just going to sell and chase a pump. Never do that. When something's consolidating, always HODL it because the consolidation will pay off. The profit take after the point will be incredible, and I just think that a lot of people are kind of just thinking crypto's a get-rich-quick scheme. At the end of the day, Bitcoin didn't reach incredible numbers for almost 5 years. Now, I don't think that we're going to have to wait 5 years for XRP. I don't think we're going to have to wait 5 years for HBAR. I think things will happen so quickly, within 6 months at least. So, crypto's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Be patient. Always be vigilant and HODL. we are going into alt season. It's clear. We are seeing, Bitcoin dominance fall. I mean, assets are kind of doing the opposite. Yesterday, I looked at Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, and they were kind of doing the complete opposite. As Bitcoin was falling, Ethereum was pumping. So I would just say prepare yourselves for the euphoric pushes up, especially if it's going to be a 3,000% push up. And, just stay vigilant, have comfortable sell off points, always take profit, and, just be smart with what you guys do. And just don't listen to everybody that's spewing hopium on Twitter. Always listen to, I would say just listen to people that are realistic on things. Don't listen to somebody saying, hey, Bitcoin's going to $1 million this year. Listen to the people that are being conservative at least and saying, hey, Bitcoin's top is 100K. Because me personally, I think Bitcoin's top is about 75 to about 90K. Now, if it does go higher, it goes higher. I'm not going to complain, but I just think that that's a safe bet. But who knows? We have a ton of institutional money coming in, and the sky's the limit. We hit $2 trillion almost for the total market cap, like I mentioned, and almost 800 billion for the altcoin market cap. So who knows where we're gonna be going? I'm just excited to be, on the journey with crypto. And anybody that isn't invested, like I said, join the referral code below on Coinbase and get invested today, because we are marching into one of the most life-changing bull runs we've ever experienced yet. So, with that being said, I will be back with a few more videos here shortly. I definitely want to get back into the productive mindset on YouTube and kind of focus more on crypto. I've just been super busy, and I do apologize for that. But nonetheless, guys, thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for watching my content. Thank you all for the follows on Twitter. I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly, and I thank you all for everything. If you guys do want to join the Discord, it will be down in the description below, and I look forward to chatting with all of you and getting to know you more. And nonetheless, it's been Nick. I hope that you all have an amazing weekend, and if you guys do celebrate Easter, I hope that you all have an amazing Easter as well. I will be back with a new video here shortly. But nonetheless, guys, let's pump everything to the moon, and let's 10x our gains. Even more, 10 to 100x will be incredible, but hey, let's do 1,000 times. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.